From the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, this is Space Shuttle Endeavour Launch Control. The countdown for our launch of Endeavour on Space Shuttle mission STS-57 is continuing today. We're currently in a standard 2-hour built-in hold at the T-minus 3-hour mark, with about 1 hour and 16 minutes remaining in the scheduled hold. The window for our second launch attempt of Endeavour opens today at 9:07 a.m. and lasts for 1 hour and 11 minutes, or until 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time. All 6 crew members are in their suit-up room at the Operations and Checkout building, which is just, the suit-up room is just adjacent to their crew quarters on the 3rd floor of the ONC. Commander Ron Graby is configuring his microphones to ensure that everything fits properly and everything works properly. Tests will be made here prior to their entry into the vehicle. Pilot Brian Duffy, who turned 40 yesterday on Father's Day, Jeff Weissoff, he's a first-time flyer today. Janice Voss, she is a first-time flyer. Her designation is Mission Specialist 4. And Mommy is apparently Nancy Sherlock. She has a 6-year-old daughter who I'm sure will be watching anxiously this morning as her mother flies in space for the first time. And to round out the crew, we have our payload commander, G. David Lowe. David is from Cleveland, Ohio, and he has flown twice before on missions STS-32 and STS-43. It's roughly 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time here at the Kennedy Space Center. We have a wide shot of the Shuttle Endeavour at the pad, being illuminated by the high-powered xenon lights. This is Shuttle Launch Control at T-minus 3 hours in holding. The 6 members of our prime astronaut crew are just now leaving their crew quarters on the 3rd floor of the Operations and Checkout building. Leading the way is Commander Ron Graby, followed by Mission Specialist Nancy Sherlock and Janice Voss. A good shot from our vehicle assembly building rooftop camera. It shows the immense size of the mobile launcher structure as the Astrovan pulls up beneath it or beside it, and again the size of the orbiter itself. We will be making a complete and total preparation for the expected liftoff time at 9:07. And we have our first crew members, our 6 crew members, arriving on the 195-foot level, shaking hands with a member of the closeout crew. And they are led across the orbiter access arm, about 195 feet above the pad surface.
Houston, MS2, contact.
Morning, Nancy. Houston has you loud and clear.
MS2 has one clear also. Good morning, Chile.
T-minus 8 minutes and counting. And pilot Brian Duffy is now flipping switches in the cockpit to directly connect the 3 fuel cells to the essential power buses.
Essential buses are connected to the fuel cells. Copy.
Again, we are reportedly going to be stopping at T-minus 5 minutes to take an assessment of where the stray aircraft is in our launch safety zone. And we have a go for the orbiter access arm retract. This access arm is used by the crew to gain entry into and out of the vehicle, and it can be returned to position within seconds if need be.
CTLS on 212. Go ahead.
A final test of the flight control surfaces is now being conducted. This is a program pattern of movements designed to verify the readiness for launch of the engines and other flight control surfaces.
TLT, OTC, clear caution warning memory, verify no unexpected errors.
The orbiter test conductor has requested that pilot Duffy clear the caution and warning memory system. And we are in the process of retracting the gaseous oxygen vent hood.
OTC, PLT, the caution and warning is clear, no unexpected errors.
Copy. Flight crew, close and lock your visors, initiate O2 flow.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting, and the flight crew has been instructed to close their sun visors. Liquid hydrogen replenish is now being terminated. T-minus 20. 15. 12. 10. 9. 8. 7. We have a go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on the first space mission and the retrieval of the Eureka spacecraft.
Houston is now controlling. Endeavour is rolling on to the proper heading.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Roll maneuvers complete, placing Endeavour and crew on a due east course. 3 good engines. Throttle settings at 100%. Main engines are throttling back now, helping to ease loads on the vehicle as it powers through the dense lower altitudes and continues to accelerate rapidly. Engine throttles are now at 72%. Endeavour is already traveling over 1,000 miles per hour. And we have a clean separation. Endeavour is now flying free of the solids under the power of its own main engines. Second stage guidance is now controlling the vehicle. Altitude 173,000 feet.
CDR pass PSS transfer prep complete.
Copy. 772 through 776 complete. And CDR OTC, you can perform the OHM GN2 press.
Houston Endeavour, roll program.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Good roll, flight.
Thank you.
Houston Endeavour looks like a nominal makeup.
MECO confirmed.
Copy, nominal MECO.
We concur, nominal MECO, also not required, and we're go for the ET photo DTO.
Okay, Prop, you go also?
We're go flight.
Okay, give him a go.
Endeavor, we confirm nominal MECO, OMS 1 not required. You are go for the photo DTO.
Nominal MECO, OMS 1 not required. Go for the photo DTL.
ET-SEP.
Well, Jay, we were wondering what our power levels look like relative to pre-flight predicts.
We're going to take a real good hack at about the third flight day. We're seeing power levels running a little lower than expected, and right now we're in pretty good shape to support 8+2.
Great, that's good news, thanks.
And the latest numbers are showing 8+2 plus 19 hours.
Oh, maybe they...
Update. Go ahead and switch over. You try to use camera A, Ron?
Yeah. 592.
Order 1 is camera A. On one camera A, that should be up there at 90 degrees.
Arms now moving in on the right-hand side of the picture.
Houston Endeavor, we've captured.
Endeavor, Eureka. There's a lot of smiling faces down here. And you can probably hear everybody clapping. Nice work.
Sherlock is working on the procedures, preparing for ungrapple, preparing to release the robot arm, special end effector, from the grapple fixture on the Eureka satellite because it is now latched securely into Endeavour's payload bay.
Endeavour Houston, we're about a minute out of the ZOE. Pick you back up on the other side at 3 hours, 48 minutes.
Go ahead, Houston. Endeavour for Eureka. We're listening.
Go ahead for Eureka.
Roger, we took a look at the 1.1 Bravo. We cycled TCU A-B power to REU and back to grapple fixture. The talkback received barber pole. However, on Spec 62, Econ 2 does appear to be locked.
Endeavour Houston for the RMS.
Go ahead, Cole.
Dave, as soon as you're in attitude, you have a go for Eureka berth. That'll be on flight SUP 1-6 in your checklist. Endeavour Houston, you have a go for step 4, page FS 1-7.
Roger, we'll put that in what?
Endeavour Houston, good morning on EVA Day.
Morning, Susan. We're ready to do some walking today.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're now in with live television from Endeavour as the shuttle moves towards sunset. This view is from a camera mounted on the mechanical arm at the midway point of the arm, or elbow joint as it's called. On board, the arm is being controlled by Mission Specialist Nancy Sherlock as she moves through a test series with it in advance and for preparation for today's spacewalk activities. Again, spacewalk for Weissoff and Low is scheduled to begin at about 8:02 a.m. Central Time. The two are currently continuing to breathe pure oxygen on the shuttle's lower deck in their spacesuits in the airlock. They have another hour and 45 minutes or so of that pre-breathe of pure oxygen left before the spacewalk begins. View now is from inside Endeavour's airlock. Of Weissoff and Low as they continue their pre-breathing of pure oxygen in preparation for the upcoming spacewalk.
Thanks, Nancy. Could you pan port just a little bit?
Understand pan port?
Yes, please.
How's that?
Very good. Thank you. No further camera work required.
Okay, we're ready. Okay, shut it in? Yep, we're ready. Okay, we're going to open the third hatch. Brian, roger that. Okay, here we go. It's open and stowed. All right.
Okay, check your temp control valves max hot.
Okay.
And check your water on, which is aft.
Max hot? Max hot. Okay, you got it. Okay, Jeff, I've got you there. I'm going to head on out. Okay. And I'll watch the clearance, and once you pick me up, I'm going to duck back in the airlock and pick up the pad. Okay? I've got the two Eureka cable cutter tethers in case we need them. And my standard allotment of wrist tethers that we've already taken account of in the airlock.
Okay, Jeff, a copy, thanks.
One of the unique aspects of this particular foot restraint is that it does not attach onto the end of the arm or the end effector. It attaches to a fixture towards the side, leaving the end effector free.
Coming. Okay. let you stop there. And now I'd like you to bring it off the sill. So bring it port about 6 or 7 inches. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop. Okay, now bring it down into the bay.
Okay, it's coming down.
You're clear of the slide wire and you got plenty of clearance to the radiators.
Yeah, I got a great view out the window.
We're now looking down on David Lowe from the elbow camera on board the remote manipulator system arm. The Eureka satellite can be seen just above David Lowe's head. The grapple fixture that was used yesterday to grab onto the satellite and bring it into the payload bay is a circular feature almost directly above David Lowe's head.
Sure, I think I'm in. Definitely. Can you see my heels?
Houston, is your arm now? Okay, David, and basically once I get you there in Y, all I'm going to do is maneuver you down. I've got a final Z here, but of course it'll be your call.
Okay. Hey, Jeff? Yep. I start giving her a GCA when we get down there. You need to be able to see the clearance down here at my feet, okay? Because I can't really see it. I'll move over to the REU. Is that all right? That'd be good. David, whether you pick me up or I pick you up, we'll be using my other waist tether because you've got that hard fixed one now with the IFM. That's right. I think I got the better view now, Jeff. Oh no, I watched the moon set behind your head, and now I'm seeing the Earth rise. Better than the widow. So you're between 0 and 1. Okay, just leave it there then. Okay? Leave it there? Or do you want it on 1? Leave it there right now. Okay?
Endeavour is now moving over the west coast of the southern tip of Africa as it runs out the descending node of orbit number 64.
There we go.
Endeavour Houston with an EVA update.
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah, Brian, what we'd like to do now is send Jeff back to the airlock to get the tools for high torque and let Jeff ingress the arm to perform the high torque.
RPM 19.8, CO2 0.2, water temperature 39, H2O gas pressure 15, water pressure 15.6, and my CP is 4.0.
Endeavour Houston, that will not be necessary. We have declared victory. Both of the antennas are now latched. And you are cleared to... Yeah, good work. That's real fine. You're cleared to continue with your mass handling, DTO. Brian, that's on page 8-10 of your checklist.
Sorry, Flight.
How much longer on this maneuver?
Flight, we should be in attitude at 251.
I'm in the middle of an attitude maneuver right now. When we get there, we'll go free drift.
Okay, David, I'm going to start pitching you down.
Okay.
Janice, when I say go, okay? Okay. Go.
You could make yourself sick this moves. Not hitting yourself. All right, horizontal pitch.
You're all right.
Yeah.
And that's 0.36 and 0.38 there, and I'll turn it back down to 0.35.
This showing a transfer of fluid from one tank to another. This is the receiving tank in the fluid acquisition resupply experiment on board Endeavour in the lower deck of the shuttle. The fluid acquisition and resupply experiment studies methods of transferring fluids from one container to another.
0.36 and 0.38 there, and I'll turn it back down to 0.35.
And doing so while creating a minimum of bubbling. This is Mission Control Houston. This is a television from the Space Hab module aboard Endeavour of the Environmental Control and Life Support Systems Flight Experiment, or EFE as it's called by payload controllers. EFE studies recycling wastewater, technology for recycling wastewater on board a spacecraft. It's Mission Control Houston. This view from television cameras in Endeavour's cargo bay is of the west coast of Australia and 80 Mile Beach, and the reflection of the sun in the Indian Ocean. It's Mission Control Houston. As Endeavour moves into sunset, the crew's just been awakened for their morning. Endeavour moving into its 73rd sunset of the flight over the South Pacific.
Views from Endeavour looking northward up the Persian Gulf.
Endeavour Houston, 2 minutes to an LOS. We'll pick you up at 15:45, and on board in tags you should have messages 72 through 78. Flight plan revision is going to come up to you right after the AOS.
Delta V coast 423.0. Ego 04:12. Egos X positive 408.77. Y positive 000.42. E positive 108.83. Well, we're going to do that MPS step at TIG -35. Yes, 2.5 feet per second.
Endeavour traveling 1.5 times the speed of sound, or about 1,100 miles an hour. Altitude 30,000 feet. 16 miles to touchdown. Altitude 23,000 feet. Airspeed 256 knots. Continuing in a right bank. Landing gears down and locked. Main gear touchdown. Endeavour back in Florida after more than 4 million miles, bringing home a European satellite that spent almost a year in space. Drag chute deployed. Nose gear touchdown.
Endeavour Houston, we copy, will stop. And Ron and crew, it's nice to have you home.
It's great to be home.
Booster?
Go.
Surgeon?
Go.
FAO?
Go.
Capcom?
Go.
All right. Let's get maneuvered here, and then we'll give them a go.
Endeavour Houston, Ron, you have a go for deorbit burn at this time. We will be with you through the first minute or so of the burn.
Roger. Go for the deorbit burn.
And that's a good readback, Ron. Go for the deorbit burn.
Ignition and 2 good engines.
Thank you.
Good control flight.
Thank you. Okay, Capcom on energy, nominal drag chute deploy.
Endeavor Houston, we show you on energy approaching the hack. You're a go for nominal drag chute deploy. The STA is reporting light winds around the hack with nominal hack techniques.
We copy, Kurt. Thanks.
Show you on glide slope on center line. Surface winds are 310 at 8, peak to 11.
Roger.
No deltas, please.
UNC?
No deltas.
Eagle?
Yeah, we're go for the fuel cell shutdown test prior to the RCS Ohms valve test.
Okay. We got a little ways to go yet. Ecom?
No deltas.
Houston, for wheel stop.
Endeavor Houston, we